Peace and love, everybody. This is Julia from allforreborns.com coming to you today with a speed painting video. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking a blank Reborn baby doll kit. Today I'm working with Pat Moulton's Megan kit. This is what it started out looking like, and I'm going to be putting a beautiful ebony skin tone onto this kit. I'll take you through the whole process, including assembling the doll and getting him, this is a boy today, all ready to go to his new home. So this is not a tutorial, this is just kind of a behind the scenes video. I've gotten a lot of requests for more speed painting videos, and so here you go. Thank you for the request. I appreciate that. Helps me to let me know what you guys want to see. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. And before I get started, I want to say shout out to my patrons over on patreon.com for sponsoring today's video. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's an awesome community that I have where people who really would like to support my art journey and help me to continue to create this type of art, that's where they are. And so I really appreciate the community we have there, and I show a lot of behind the scene things and bounce ideas off of my patrons, and they're usually the first ones to see my latest creations and ideas. So if you would like to be a patron, I would really appreciate the support. There is an app you can download called Patreon, and you could just search me up, All for Reborns, or you can go to patreon.com/allforreborns. All right, so today I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Number one, what's been going on with me? Where have I been? I've been on Patreon and I've been posting on Instagram here and there, but I've really been focusing on finishing up my customs. So this doll here is a custom order that is already being shipped home to his new mom. And besides that, and the rest of my world outside of doll making, I just really been spending time with my family, growing my own food, collecting house plants, and just, making the most of every day. So yeah, I have a green thumb now. I think I talked about that in the last video. If you guys want to see more of my microgreens journey or some of my house plants, I'm like obsessed with house plants now. I'd be happy to talk to you guys about that too, because I could talk about plants just as much as I could talk about dolls. All right, so yeah, in today's video, I really want to talk to you guys about being an artist and being a creator, and what does that mean, especially in today's world. There's like so many things going on, on this platform. The YouTube platform is really where I got my wings, is where I got my wings. I started out just making videos for fun, and then I think one of my videos with a doll I had called Nehemiah went viral. I think that's what they say, they went viral. And then, it just kind of turned into this huge thing that I didn't even imagine. I think what really drew me to YouTube to begin with, though, was really seeing like the people who were so creative there and showing their lives and their journeys. Like, remember back in the day on YouTube was really like a place where you could just get in front of your camera and talk and share little parts of yourself, and it's really grown to be such a huge platform. And everybody says, back in the day, I miss those days. I think that as we continue to grow and evolve as a people and on these social media platforms as well, it's really important to continue to remember what it is that made us be creators and artists. So let's talk about what is art. Art is, this is according to the freedictionary.com. Okay, we're gonna get a little scholarship today. What is art? It is the conscious use of imagination and production of objects intended to be contemplated or appreciated as beautiful. All right, so as artists, we've always been the movers and shakers, the shapeshifters of society. Art has always had a way of making people think about the current state of society, and art has always been the holder of the key of the history of our society and the world. It's all been through art, right? Through whether it's visual art or music or writings or even structures like buildings. All of these things, even cooking, culinary arts, right? It all tells a story, and all of these things help us to be able to connect to one another and also remember where we've come from and take those things moving forward with us, right? And one of the things that I've learned in the past few years, really, but really putting it together during this time of pandemic, and things that are going on in the world right now, is how important it is to continue to remain true to yourself as an artist or as a creator. Even if you're creating videos, people think that creating videos is not art, but it really is art. You are a creator. They call it a YouTube creator, right? Or a video creator, whether it's whatever platform you use. You're creating something, and in this world of algorithms, it's easy to think about what we do as a business standpoint and lose sight of the creative aspect of it. When I was teaching in school, teaching is an art. I taught, some of you guys don't know, I taught music in a public school setting for a number of years, and before that I taught private lessons. And there's a big difference between teaching privately and teaching in a school, because when you teach in a school, when you teach privately, you really are independent. You get to do whatever you want. But when you're teaching like in a school setting, shout out to all the teachers, by the way, who are hanging during this time. Shout out to you guys. You're in the trenches and doing your thing. That's a very hard thing that teachers are having to deal with right now. But like I was saying, when you're teaching in a public school setting or private school setting or whatever, you really have to have more guidelines and regulations that you have to go by, because the higher ups on the pole are telling you different things, and it's really easy to get lost and lose your passion or your connection to the creative art of teaching, because there's other regulations and things that have to go along with that. And if you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about. And it's the same thing on these social media platforms. It's really easy to lose a connection with the creative aspect of what we do, because you want to make money. They started hanging those dollar bills up, and we got to eat and survive. And so if you're able to make content that goes viral, you're going to make more money. If you're able to create content that gets more views, you're going to make more money. And this is what has really changed things, especially as these platforms have more corporations that come in. I know you guys, I hope you're hanging with me, because I'm just kind of flowing, but I'm getting a little deeper than I thought I was going to get. But I feel like it needs to be said. So as corporations come in and more money is be able to made on these platforms, what really happens to art, especially with censorship? How many videos do you watch during the day where people have to hide and use code words to say certain things? And you know what I'm talking about if you kind of follow those kind of people. But they have to use code words to talk about certain things that aren't deemed to be the what we should be talking about. And me myself, I've experienced shadow banning. I think I'm shadow banned right now. And all I did was show dolls nudity, on even saying nudity, or for a while saying the word poop. That was like a word you can't say. So I don't even know who's gonna see this video because I said those two things. But in a world like that, where we have shadow banning and things like that, how does that change our art? Because I have to censor what I say. I can't truly express myself. And because if I do, my bag is gonna get affected. So I think that is really important in this day and age as an artist. And I know we have to make our money, but to continue to do what it is that we do, fully expressing ourselves, and that will allow us to continue to be free, because you have to be free to create art. You're gonna have your creativity stifled if you're not expressing and creating the things that you want to create, and you're just doing what is considered acceptable. And anyway, through all of the things that we do express in ourselves, it not only helps us as individuals, but it inspires others. Yeah, so I think that this is something that needs to be talked about. Maybe people are already talking about it. I do hear more creators talking about it. And I think that this is something that affects artists on all levels. Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And as the artists, we are the ones who bring out the feelings in others. You know, this is a society where we need to feel. We need to feel. We really need to feel. And art brings that out in all the art forms. And so I just really wanted to talk about that, because I feel like that is the key to happiness. I put that on my page the other day on my YouTube, I think maybe even on my Facebook. Been having a little issues with my Instagram posting, so y'all a little behind, but I'm gonna catch you up. But I put a quote that said, "The secret of happiness is to be free from fear." The secret of happiness is to be free from fear. And you know, how are we going to be creators in art or any aspects of our life if we're afraid of what others' opinions are, or afraid of being politically correct? You know, the other day, one of my kids asked me, "Mom, what does it mean to be politically correct?" And I explained, you know, they kind of already knew, but they were just, you know, testing me out. And I was like, you know, it means like to, you know, say what is more accepted by society. You know, there's certain things that are more accepted versus other things, you know. These things are considered politically correct. And then the next question was, well, why would somebody want to say the politically correct thing? You know, like, why can't we just say what we feel? You know, kids don't have a filter. So I challenge myself that all the time, to really be authentic and free in my expressions. And so that's kind of why I'm posting a video like this, is because when I first started creating these videos, I just made what I wanted to make, and I just really want to continue to do what I want to do. And so I think if we all do that, we're going to be all right. If we all say what we want to say, we're going to be all right. And if you're afraid to do that, just do it anyway. Do it afraid, right? But I just want to say I love dolls, and I love creating, and you know, I have so many ideas and new things that will be coming out once I'm done with these last customs. And my safe space is right now on Patreon and allforreborns.com. That's where you can always find me. And I just really want to create a space where we can continue to talk to one another, and I'm sharing a little bit more of my views with y'all. So All for Reborns, we growing up a little bit, you know, we growing up a little bit. But look how cute this baby is. It's so hard to capture this skin tone on camera. Even when I was filming this, I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to see like the dimensions of the different tones that are in the coloring. And I actually had to paint this baby twice. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I painted it, it didn't come out how I liked, so I threw that one away. I know people like, you should give me your boo-boo babies. You should sell your boo-boo babies. But it's hard for me to do that, because then I have to look at it if you post pictures of it. And I just don't want my boo-boo art out there like that. But Anyway, he's super cute. It's so hard for me to not see Megan as a girl because I've made Uriah, but this is him. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about anything I said in the comments. I said a mouthful, I know, and this was a long talking video, but I like talking, so shout out to you guys who made it to the end. All right, peace and love, everybody. Be blessed, and I will see you in the next video.